Good morning, kids, and welcome back to another video of Fox Flicks on Connie X. Today we're checking out as he creates 4 Digivolution lines for the one and only Bancho Digimon. If you don't know what a Bancho Digimon is, well, I'll let Con explain.
Bancho Digimon, one of the Digimon groups that I am requested most often to do an Evolution Lines video for. But would they have Evolution Lines? On today's video, let's find out.
Getting right to it.
What is up, digital companions? My name is Khan EX and welcome back to another video. And yesterday I'm talking about the Bancho Digimon. First of all, would Bancho, upon getting their requirements to be Bancho, simply just warp Digivolve to Mega and gain the Bancho title? I think probably yes. Whether that original Digimon, say Leomon for Bancho Leomon or Lilymon for Bancho Lilymon, was at any level, I think they would just warp Digivolve to Mega. The Bancho title being something that Digimon has earned through its combat prowess, lone wolf nature, delinquency. So instead, I'm going to talk about these evolution lines as if a Bancho Digimon lost power. I think if a Bancho Digimon de-digivolved or entered the human world in a situation like Digimon Adventure 02 where they de-digivolve outside of the digital world, I don't think they're going to just suddenly lose their Bancho title right now. It would be pretty funny if, for example, Bancho Leomon de-digivolved down to a Bancho Lylemon or a Bancho Elecmon. Probably less likely. Because Bancho is such a distinguished title these Digimon have to earn. So instead, I'm going to make a line focused on tying into the concept of their archetype, so Leomon. But also, where possible, I'm going to try and introduce some elements of what it means to be a Bancho, or at least in the concept of Digimon. A line focused on power, combat ability, hand-to-hand combat specifically, and delinquency where available. I'm also going to, of course, include the namesake Digimon that just has to be in their line, which makes things interesting, as I say, because some namesakes are different levels to others. And I'm going to try and incorporate the card game because all the Banchos have been in the card game, and that's one of our best insights into what Bandai might think the evolution lines for them will be. I'm also choosing specifically lines for these guys because, well, lines are easier first and foremost, and because they're popular with Digimon fans, but also because I'm thinking of these like they are anime characters. Bancho Leomon showed up in Data Squad, Bancho Mamemon showed up in Digimon Adventure 2020, Bancho Lilymon probably should have also showed up in Digimon Adventure 2020. That's why I'm doing lines as opposed to branches. And I also do think there's something direct about the warp from the default version to the Bancho that would be reflected in a Digivolution line in an anime style. So we begin with the head honcho, Bancho Leomon. And he's interesting on that front because it's been in multiple Digimon card game sets now. BT4 seemed to establish Lylemon to Leomon, of course, to Grap Leomon, then Bancho Leomon with Chaosmon on the end. And yeah, that's my de facto Bancho Leomon line too. BT13 has a really interesting deviation, and given this is the set that had a big focus on Data Squad, this very well may be the Data Squad intended Bancho Leomon line, which is Lylemon to Lyamon, ostensibly a Leomon variant in some ways, Loda Leomon, and then Bancho Leomon. And this is giving me pause for thought. Truly, is this...
Okay, no, I have to say, that does look kind of cool, but it goes from lion to big metal lion to a humanoid lion. You guys see what I'm getting at, so I don't have to say anything else.
Line is repeated in EX5 too, in the yellow-green cards, whereas the black-green cards are Elecmon, Leomon, Grap Leomon, and Heavy Leomon. Interesting that the Bancho Leomon line in EX5 doesn't feature normal Leomon, it features Lyamon and Loda Leomon instead. Very interesting. Personally though, I think a hybridization of these lines may be closest to the truth for a true Bancho Leomon, and particularly the Bancho Leomon of Data Squad. Bancho Leomon evolving from Grap Leomon makes a ton of sense. It's more of a fist-based fighter. To me, Loda Leomon works way better as a heavy Leomon prevo. It creating a very intentional branch, I think. Leomon going to Grap Leomon becomes Bancho Leomon, and Leomon going to Loda Leomon becomes Heavy Leomon. And I do understand that Lyamon is great here, but again, Bancho Leomon lore canon used to be a Leomon, so to me it has to be in here. Not just a Leomon species, but specifically Leomon himself. And I do love Lylemon as the rookie too, but I've been really obsessed with Violet Elecmon since seeing that one Digimon card where it looks like a shit heel. That really ties in nicely to the delinquent side of a Bancho that can be overlooked. And of course, Elecmon was the original Leomon rookie in basically every way.
Hold on, we'll be right back. And we're back. Let's continue.
Bancho Mamemon, its card game outing is fascinating as it kind of bucks the trend we've seen so far. There was no regular Mamemon in BT8, instead giving Bancho Mamemon a Catch Mamemon Prevo, which is definitely fascinating, and I think the reasoning may be that even though Catch Mamemon is like a UFO catcher, Bancho Mamemon has a baseball bat and has these like floating baseballs. So I think it's a catching baseballs joke. Catch Mamemon becoming Bancho Mamemon, who is a baseball player, or at least has a baseball bat. Don't think he's playing sports with that bat. So that's actually a really nice connection, and I do like that. It was then given Thundermon or Thunderballmon as the champion with no super clear rookie, though I suspect Kokuamon was intended given its electric and metal elements that it has in common with Thunderballmon. And Thunderballmon is a common Mamemon Prevo, even though if in my opinion they should probably be switched, with Mamemon gaining the Thunder ability when it digivolves into Thunderballmon. But anyway, that's a video for another time. I'm going to say that for Bancho Mamemon, given that almost every other Mamemon is a perfect or ultimate level, Bancho Mamemon could digivolve from any of them. Primarily the base Mamemon, but also Catch Mamemon for that fun baseball catching wordplay. Big Mamemon could definitely become a Bancho, but with a heavy bias towards regular Mamemon. The champion absolutely should be Thunderballmon, as it, according to the reference book, is conjectured to be a member of the Mamemon species. And as for the rookie, I do like that card game Kokuamon connection, but another rookie that I think works well for the Steel Ball Mamemon family is Chikorimon, and I like that a lot too, especially for the Bancho line. It being
dude looks like a Pharaoh seed.
Kind of this like tricksy landmine. Caltrop actually, I guess. Digimon which people step on and hurt their feet feels kind of true to that delinquent nature of a Bancho. Bancho Lilymon has historically digivolved from Lilamon and Eosmon on the Vital Bracelet BE, but naturally its most common Prevo is Lilymon, which of course we're going to use because it's the namesake of Bancho Lilymon. Now actually I like Togemon a lot as the Prevo in this line. Its boxing combat focus works nicely with a Bancho. Though if we want more Tifa vibes, I also really like Kinkakumon. Then either coming from Palmon or Tinkamon, it depends if we're going for a plant life or feminine warrior vibe. If we're going more plant life, Palmon, Togemon, Lilymon, Bancho Lilymon, basically the Rosemon line from Adventure but with Bancho Lilymon in the end. Or if we're going for more of a feminine warrior vibe,
actually, hold on. One thing you could
basically
think about with this one, you would have it as like you got the little kid and they grow up kind of having to be a little tough, so they're a bit more of a fighter. They can swing and protect themselves. But as they become a bit of a young teen or young adult, well, they have to kind of put that in the past, so they have to be a bit more pretty, feminine up front. But of course, also, there's always that little hint.
One line from Adventure, but with Bancho Lil
of the fighting spirit coming back. That's the way I'm thinking about it, at least with this line. And I think that actually works pretty good.
Lilymon in the end, or if we're going for more of a feminine warrior vibe, Tinkamon to Kinkakumon to Lilymon to Bancho Lilymon. In BT5, Bancho Lilymon's evolution lines seem to be either Palmon or Floramon for green rookies, which I can definitely see Floramon working. It then had Weedmon and Mori Shalmon for champions, neither of which I'm fond of, and Garbagemon, Deramon, and Pixiemon as ultimates. You know, with those eyes, there actually is a bit of visual connection between Pixiemon and Bancho Lilymon. Interesting. Bancho Stingmon, of course, is in Digimon Survive, but also is in BT3. There's a bunch of green Digimon in that set, but the clear rep to me for Bancho Stingmon is Wormmon, Stingmon, and Jewel Beamon / Dino Beamon. Others like Flymon and Dakugamon likely tap into Bancho Stingmon, kind of like V-Pet branches, but with Ceresmon and Mega Gargamon as the other level 6 greens in that set, I think it's pretty clear a conventional evolution line of Wormmon is intended for Bancho Stingmon. But choosing between Jewel Beamon or Dino Beamon, I'm personally going to settle on the line that doesn't fold in any Vmon elements, keeping Bancho Stingmon more of a loner, like his Bancho nature would intend, even if they've made the Banchos a group, which is kind of almost at odds with the idea.
Actually, you know, thinking about it like that is actually kind of something. I mean, they're supposed to be, like you said back in the beginning, you know, lone wolves, alone, no one really by their side. But instead, they've gathered together and in essence have become their own team, their own family, if you must.
Of a Bancho. So to me, it's going to be Wormmon to Stingmon to Jewel Beamon to Bancho Stingmon. Really no surprises there. And finally is Bancho Golemon, another BT4 fella. And his set seemingly tees up Sonorizamon and Gotsumon, Golemon and Babungamon, and Meteormon and Gogmamon as potential prevos for Bancho Golemon. However, Blastmon is also in that set, and given that Blastmon, Gogmamon, Babungamon, and Sonorizamon debuted on the same Digimon Pendulum Z, and are therefore somewhat of an evolution line, it seems to me that the line for Bancho Golemon here could be Gotsumon to Golemon to Meteormon, and finally Bancho Golemon, which, makes sense. Golemon is in the line, so I'm happy with that. And Meteormon kinda works, though I don't love the idea of going from Gotsumon to Gotsumon Vari and Evo back to Bancho Golemon. I think actually it's intended for these lines to be somewhat merged, in a branching V-Pet style, or just to kind of come in and out of each other's evolution lines. So I actually think that Sonoriza, Baboon, and Gogma are actually likely candidates for the...
Actually, no, this guy definitely has the first, has to be the first pre-Digivolution to the Bongo. Damn it, I keep You know, okay, I'm just not going to say the name because my brain is now glitzing out on me.
Pre-evolution, and personally I'm going to hybridize the line as Gotsumon, Golemon, Gogmamon, and finally Bancho Golemon. So
There
that
you
is
go.
it, what I
Yes.
believe are the intended and slightly my personal ideas for the evolution lines for the Bancho Digimon. Bancho Leomon, digivolving from Grap Leomon, regular Leomon, and to me the Violet Elecmon, though I do like Lylemon too. Bancho Mamemon, digivolving specifically from Mamemon, but kind of any of the Mamemon ultimate perfect levels. Thunder Ballmon and Chikurimon. Bancho Lilymon, I'm gonna settle on Lilymon, Togemon, and Palmon. It's a very vanilla line, but I think it's probably the most likely. Also because of that episode involving Bancho Mamemon in Adventure 2020, it felt like such an easy tee-up for Lilymon to become Bancho Lilymon, and it never did, so I'm kind of addressing the balance here by using the adventure-style Palmon evolution line for Bancho Lilymon. Bancho Stingmon, another vanilla line, Jewel Beamon, Stingmon, and Wormmon. I think there's not much to debate there. And Bancho Golemon, Gogmamon, Golemon, and Gotsumon. Let me know in the comments down below which groups, seasons, any kind of merging together of Digimon groups of some kind you would like to see evolution lines for. I'm going to do at least one of those a month until people stop watching them. And if you want to see these videos early as well as get early access to things like ranking videos, quiz videos, and even giving partner Digimon videos, please do consider becoming a patron over on patreon.com/KhanEX. Thank you to ZDK14, my sovereign over there. And if you want to become an Artbringer patron, the Artbringer tier
I think that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see you kids next time when we flick on. Peace out.